Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we have the matchup between ChrisGrimm and Aries. I wanted to get to this matchup because Aries wants to post his version of the videos on his channel, so I wanted to get this one right now. We have ChrisGrimm first up on the map choice. He chose Daisetsu Zen Basin. I love this map, had a lot of great battles on it in my time, so good to see it in the map rotation in the first round. He's bringing a very large katana core. A lot of katanas, 1, 2, 3, 6 of them, one of which is a hero, and a few Yari-Yashigaru to defend against cavalry, along with 4 cavalry units of his own, 2 Great Guard over here, and some light cavalry over here. This map seems to be pretty great for crabbing, seeing as there's a tree line that goes all the way down the side of the map over here, but it looks like neither player is really going to be using it. So over here we have Aries with a pretty big range complement of 2 Bow Warrior Monks and 2 Matchlock Ashigaru, then a lot of spears, Yari Ashigaru, 2 Nodachis, and 2 Naginata Monks. So looks like he wants to grind it out sort of victory in a way that makes the battle last really long. Get his Yaris into spear wall with the Naginata Monks just standing and taking the punishment as long as they can. Looks like it wants to push that missile core pretty hard. Excuse me, there are 3 Bow Warrior Monks actually, so having an army with Naginatas and such in it is a great way to do that, because they just take so long to kill because your missile unit has plenty of time to do their damage. And they're actually rank 4. Oh no, those are the spears. Never mind, I thought he put his vet points into bows. I probably would have on this map with this setup, but only a few. Let's see, for cavalry, he just has 2 Great Guards, so cavalry advantage is definitely in ChrisGrimm's favor, but on the terrain on this map, it can be kind of hard to use cavalry. There are some really great flanking options, but they can be closed off fairly easily, so we'll see how that plays out. Interesting to bring Nodachis with this sort of missile core build going on with Aries. We'll see how he gets that too. Yari Ashigaru running out in front to take the matchlock shots, and they are getting cut down. Already lost about 60 men, and the Great Guard are flanking too, but the spears are going to stop and probably will scare off the cavalry there. Ooh, they actually get caught on the tip of the spears there. Farmhouse is captured for ChrisGrimm. Looks like he's trying to get the Sword Dojo as well, but they're not dismounted, so we'll see how that turns out. Naginata Monks and Great Guard are sort of diverting to have a little cavalry battle back there. We're looking at the infantry battle. Just has 1 katana and 1 Yari Ashigaru, just sort of tying down the enemy forces. But Aries is pretty much not budging at this point, not taking the bait and clumping up on those units that came first. So ChrisGrimm's going to commit a few more of his forces, Katana Hero and Katana Samurai there, but most of them staying back in reserve. His cavalry has pulled off the farmhouse, which I think was a good idea there. Don't want to get caught in a battle of attrition over there. Looks like some cavalry did come out of hiding, a Yari cavalry there, so big cavalry come out of ChrisGrimm, but he's got to get him in the melee fight. Great Guard have managed to flank and made it through the spears pretty miraculously. Going for the general too, lost about 7 men. Rally's been popped just in case. He's got that Yari Ashigaru in there to close the exit there in the back for the Great Guard. They are getting torn down pretty quickly, down to about 35 to 38 men. Bonsai activated for the Katana Hero. Getting a nice little charge into the Yari Ashigaru to keep the battle going there. Still not committing very many men. The cavalry is just sort of overachieving here in the back and manages to pretty much rout one of these Katana Samurai and beating the crap out of the other one. The general's actually wavering as well. He can just commit so many forces to take out these Great Guard, and they're actually still fine, both at half strength. ChrisGrimm's in serious trouble here. The Matchlock's is trying to flank too. He's going to shut that down with the cavalry, but that could have been dangerous, and it does divert cavalry away from the main battle line, which ChrisGrimm is just getting torn up here in the melee battle. Losing his track of his cavalry there as they get shot by Matchlocks too, and losing a lot of men. They just lost so many men. These Great Guard were just so powerful. Just managed to tear through everything back there and just keep pushing. Wow. It's absolutely insane. They did have a few vet points, 1, 2, so still, that was insane. Should have been clamping down on them with the spears right away, and it looks like ChrisGrimm's piecemeal attacks can come back to bite him. If he maybe committed all of his infantry early, he could have focused a couple spears to take down the cavalry in the rear and won the melee battle, but the infantry's going to hold here for Aries. It looks like he's going to take game number 1. 1 light cavalry still sitting off to the side, but not much good they will do at this point. The general's gone. They are being flanked. Probably only standing now because of the Katana Hero. Oh, Hold Firm's been activated too, so we'll see that keep ChrisGrimm's forces in the fight a little longer, but there's just too many men left on the field for Aries, and he's going to be able to clean this up pretty easily. Great Guard is finally wavering down to 7 men, but like I said, just too late to make a difference. This Great Guard's still totally fine at 55 men as well. Going to be no chance here for ChrisGrimm. He has no shock units to turn this around. Just going to get cleaned up here. Probably had something to do with the bow units constantly shooting throughout that whole fight as well. Were able to wear down the front line. And surprisingly, he didn't end up using his missile units like I thought he was going to. That was going to be more of a cavalry sort of better. He actually ended up using his cavalry more than I thought. But anyway, see you back on the main menu. And Ares is going to take game 1 on ChrisGrimm's home turf. Ended up using a powerful cavalry in the rear. I'm not sure how they did so much damage with losing so few of their own men, but they were just able to tear up the rear of ChrisGrimm. Probably should have committed more of his infantry to the battle early and really kept a watch with his spears, and I think he could have handled it pretty well, being mostly Yari Ashigaru on Ares' side. I think he could have tore through that if he had just given his men enough cover with the Yaris, and then, you know, just ignored the cavalry a little more, I think, on Ares' side, and used that cavalry effectively. Try and win the infantry battle early with a big cavalry charge from the rear before that Great Guard could have slipped around and done any damage like we saw there. But regardless, it's all hindsight now, as Ares is up 1-0 in the series. He'll have map choice in the next game. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you there.